The other visas, it's the commercial acts visa is a visa that extends your time in Ecuador, but does not give you any rights of importing.
But the problem is that when you have not the chance of knowing the right people, give you the right information, where do you go when you're abroad? You go to the consulate.
Yes.
And the consulate don't know nothing about the
well,
way.
if you have something by writing, we can file a lawsuit against the consul. that could be.
That's kind of not fair for me to have lost everything.
But we can do. You know what we can do? It's once what I did is we file a complaint before the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
What visa do you have now?
I have 9-4 if I remember well. 9-4.
Okay.
Through company.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are a resident now.
Yes, since a year and a half.
We can probably send a strong letter to the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
But the consul who was in Costa Rica at that time is now working under Foreign Affairs.
Well, that could be of further help too.
We have time for 2 more questions.
All right.
Oh, 3. Okay, no more. He's been waiting. Well, no, Nick's been waiting, but so do they. Question then? Okay, Nick.
Just quickly, just thinking a little bit laterally, which may or may not, you often have to think in a circuitous route for Ecuadorian law. How easy do you think it would be for people to register themselves as security guards for their own premises?
No, that's impossible. No, that's impossible.
Good try.
No, automatically, no. Yes.
Quick question.
Yes.
Yes, you mentioned a foreign corporation or entity can purchase land in Ecuador.
Yes.
Yes. How does that affect then the residency? Could someone then apply for residency?
Well, you can have a residence based on your retirement papers and then your foreign company buy the purchase. But if you want to use the property for your residence, it has to be in your name. Yes.
A little detail too, a funny thing about the customs too. When I travel, everybody knows me here through my vilcabambatv.com and also that I'm a dog lover. I have 10 dogs. When I arrived to Ecuador, I had only 5 dogs at that time and a cat. I traveled by plane and my animals traveled 3 or 4 days after by cargo, plane cargo. And because I was one person with 6 animals, they gave me a lot of trouble, and I had to stay 3 days in the customs. They were considered as commercial goods or something like that, and it was really, really costly and complicated to get them out. So I think that would be very interesting.
That's a very good example.
Important to tell the people if you have 1 pet or maybe 2 and it's okay, but when you have like 6 like me and 1 person, it's complicated.
The client that I have known, well, you are the first person I know that bring that amount. I have a client that he brought 5 big dogs, and when he arrived with the van that he rented, everything, there was like all of the dogs of the world coming out of the van. But he didn't have a much problem. Well, they came, it was a couple, and they bring 5 dogs, and they didn't have any problem. But I think what you're saying is very good. I didn't realize, but it could be possible that some agent, and that will be on the agent mind to decide if you are bringing the dogs to sell it, or
That's what they asked me, and I had to get a RUC number, a personal RUC number. I had to go all day long, travel like 2 hours.
Oh my God.
No, it was a nightmare. Customs, and it was in Guayaquil. I don't even want to see that city anymore. And the thing is, I thought they were going to pass out. Those poor dogs were in those cages all day long until night. It was a nightmare.
Okay, we're out of our time. Do you have your contact information on the handouts?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd encourage you to correspond with Roberto. I want to thank him again for being here. I think it's been very informative. Also want to thank Marco Quintana for making this available. We're biting into his revenues. I invite all of you to have lunch here. The food is excellent.
Thank you everyone for coming. I hope this information will be helpful for you. Please excuse me if I have not answered exactly all the information that you need. Feel free to talk with me during the next hour or two. I'm here to help you. And if I don't have the answer specifically to what you request right now, no problem. I will be glad to give you more information for that. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening to me. Yes, please.
Joe?
This is the last one that I have.
Ba-di-doo-dee-doo-dee.